tydda a croeso mawr i chi I Facebook Live ni yma ym Mhrifysgol Cymru y Drindod Dewi Sant. Good evening and a very warm welcome to a Facebook Live here live from the University of Wales, Trinity St David. So we're here live the night before, some results for you guys or clearing. So we will be bringing you several shows throughout the next 2 days that will cover advice on finance and student services. And we've got our colleagues here from Student Services to give you that information. We're also joined by 2 of our wonderful student ambassadors who will give you a taste of what it's like to be a student and give you top tips of how to prepare for tomorrow morning. Throughout the show, you will see our number, our clearing number, where you'll be able to get hold of us from 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. A crew of us will be on the phones to answer any questions you may have. If you are concerned tonight and you want to get in contact, we have staff on the chat. And of course, if you want to make any comments and ask questions on our feed from this show, then please do so. A member of the team will be there to answer your questions. Here at the university, we've got lots of choice for you. 3 main campuses, Swansea, Lampeter and Carmarthen. We also have a campus in London and our satellite campuses then in Birmingham and Cardiff, offering a range of courses. We will cover all the different courses that we offer on our website and throughout this evening's show and tomorrow morning as well. So if you're not unsure or you're between a few courses, then of course we will help you out to decide. But that's enough from me. And let's get to meet our student ambassadors who will be taking you throughout the next 2 shows. So, Siobhan.
Yeah. I'm Siobhan Larry. I'm just finished my second year on the primary education course with QTS. And yeah, that's me.
And I'm Chloe Jones. Like Siobhan, I study primary education with QTS through the Welsh. And we are both students that currently live at home.
And you both study your course in Medium of Welsh?
Welsh, we both do, yeah.
Brilliant. And what made you choose that?
Obviously, Welsh is my first language, so naturally I choose to study it through the medium of Welsh, but of course the subject is available through the medium of English, and I chose this particular course because I'm interested in education and in children and in providing good education for children. So there we go, perfect choice.
Yeah, the same as Siobhan, I find Welsh an important aspect, so I thought learning through the 100% of the Welsh was beneficial for me. And then this campus, and as it's close to home, it's easy to drive in and out every day.
And you're studying on the Carmarthen campus?
We are, yeah, in Carmarthen.
Why did you choose the Carmarthen campus?
Well, other than the fact that we live near to Carmarthen, of course, for us, the social side is very evident in Carmarthen. For us, with the Welsh Society and other societies and clubs, and it's all driven for our needs in Carmarthen. But of course, there are other, in Swansea, there are different things as well, and Lampeter. But, yeah.
Yeah, the same really. The opportunities a smaller campus offers, I think it is beneficial because you do get to know people more and
Yeah, there's a sense of community because of course you do have the students that live in as well, but we get to know them throughout the 3 years. So that's a nice balance in Carmarthen.
And you don't feel as if you're missing out?
No, you don't feel as though it's separate, whereas that was my main worry. When I came, I thought, I'm living at home, I won't blend in because everybody else will be living in, but actually you have a good mix, and you do, if you join the society, is you get to meet the people who live in and stay at their flat sometimes if there's an event on, and it's really nice. The balance in Carmarthen, I can't speak for any other campuses. But.
Brilliant. So we've got lots of people watching today now who are maybe feeling a little bit nervous or unsure of what tomorrow will bring. How did you feel the night before results?
Obviously, I felt really nervous, not knowing if I would get it in at all. But I feel like you got to just believe in yourself, and possibly what I think I could have done better next time is possibly have a plan B. So if something went wrong with me, I don't know what I would do next. So preparation, I think, is key.
Yeah, good idea.
Slightly different with me because obviously I went to another university, left, and then later in that year I decided that I wanted to come here and do this subject after much deliberation, but late I decided. So the nerves were still there, but of a different sort. So of course, it's a similar advice I'd give though, just know your options, know what you'd want to do, and if your plan A didn't work, to have a plan B. But yeah, to reach out to people as well that are around you, like the university, contact them in advance, know that there's a way to get around any situation, whether you get into that university or not. They could be able to offer you career advice or subject or other financial ways of getting into somewhere, if that's your worry.
Brilliant, and that's fantastic advice, and hopefully we will help you guys in regards to all the things that were concerning you in tonight's show. So we will be joined shortly by Di and Dalith, who will be speaking to the student ambassadors of what really we need to do about finance or any of those issues. But let's just VT and have a look at our 3 campuses, so Carmarthen, Lampeter and Swansea campus, for you to have a flavour of what we offer here. Hello, croeso nôl, welcome back tonight to our clearing night before results show. So now we are going to discuss maybe some of the issues that you are currently maybe contemplating as far as making an application and finance, which I know concerns quite a lot of people, and the support out there when we get to university. So for example, if you are considering coming back to university and you are worried about the support you may have or the lack of support, we are here now to discuss what support we offer here at the University of Wales, Trinity St David.
So as Leanne has already touched on, it's the night before, so we were just wondering if you had any tips on how to cope with any anxieties or worries that people may have of any sort the night before their results, to know whether they come in.
Okay, I think the important thing is not to panic, not to rush, to take your time and be assured that the appropriate support is in place from the university, you know, wherever you choose to go. There are systems and support systems in place to support your studies.
So you said there about being in touch with the university. Who could they contact, or it doesn't have to be the university, if they needed some help or guidance on how to not panic and just feel as though they know where they stand if they didn't get in or got the grades? Or...
Okay, obviously they can contact the clearing number, which is on the screen. And if needs be, if it's more specialist query, then that can be referred to colleagues in student services.
Nice. And it's open from 8 until tomorrow morning, isn't it? So they could phone that number as well, just to get any guidance just before, is it? So in the university in general, what support systems do you have for the students, all aspects, financial, everything?
Okay, there's comprehensive support available. So if we start with financial support, we've got student finance officers based on each of our main campuses, and they're responsible for administering scholarships and bursaries and and the university's hardship fund, and the student finance officers will also be able to advise on applying to university and getting in contact with Student Finance Wales or Student Finance England, etc.
Are there any other supports other than financial support that's strong at the university?
Obviously, there's comprehensive support available. Learning support for supporting students who've disclosed a disability. We're currently supporting at UWTSD over 800 students who've disclosed a disability with specialist learning support. And for those students who are returning to study, it's worth bearing in mind that there are generic study skills sessions available and drop-in wellbeing sessions regularly available on each of our main campuses as well.
Great. So there's an ample amount of support available.
Yeah, so you touched on the financial aspect of student life. Daleth, one of the main barriers that students face probably is a worry of how they're going to sustain themselves financially throughout the year. So what would you offer? What support is available?
Well, there's quite a few different things to apply for. I think the most important thing, peth cynta, is always to make sure that you've got your student finance in place. There's a comprehensive package of support from the government. So it's important that you've made sure that you've made that application. If you are coming through clearing and you are making a change of university but you've already made the application for finance, it is really, really important that you contact student finance immediately to tell them that you're now going to be attending at a different university or on a different course. If you are coming through clearing for the first time and you haven't started your finance application, it is really important to get your skates on and get that application in. So that's the first thing. It can take up to about 6 weeks to process. So mae fe'n hir I aros, it's quite a long wait, and you want to be sure that that's all in place then for the start of term.
But it's not too late, is it?
It's not too late.
Okay, great. For those students that will be joining us, what bursaries that are specific to this university and what do they offer?
Okay, we have quite a range of bursaries and scholarships at the university. There's lots of information on the website, so please do go and have a look. We've got some that are for students who perhaps want to live on campus. We've got some for academic achievement. There are some for support with course costs, and there is one specifically then for students who want to study through the medium of Welsh. There are some who have childcare costs, all manner of things, so please go and have a look on the website. The information is all there, mae'r wybodaeth I gyd na.
Okay, nawr o ran myfyrwyr bydd yn astudio drwy'r gyfrwng y Gymraeg, pa cyngor a help sydd o ran cyllid i'r myfyrwyr yna?
Okay, so fel wedys I, mae sgoloriaeth penodol gyda ni fel prifysgol. We've got a specific university bursary. There are some Coleg Cymraeg cenedlaethol bursaries as well. So students who've received those won't actually be able to apply for the university ones. But for anybody who missed out, rhywun sydd wedi golli mas, mae croeso nhw'n eu cais ar gyfer un y brifysgol. So they're welcome to make an application to the university bursary. As I said, all the information's on the website, the application forms and the information about who can and can't apply. It might be worth mentioning actually that there are bursaries also for postgraduate students, for distance learning students, and that is right across the campuses. So something for everybody.
Yeah. So financially, there's no need to worry, certainly, because there's enough.
No, absolutely. As I say, the key things, top tips,
yeah.
Make sure you've got your student finance in place. Yeah. Have a look and see if there's anything else that you can apply for from the university. And if you are struggling or concerned about it, please come and talk to us. The other top tip I should have mentioned actually is cyn dod, so before you come to university, it's really important, once you know how much finance you're getting, to sit down, work out what you need to pay out for accommodation or travelling or whatever, and then how much you've got left. And when you split it down amongst the number of weeks, it's not as much as it looks in a lump sum.
But if you're nervous, don't worry about the financial side of it the night before. It's very manageable. If you do those things.
So to bring it back, where do we go to find out, or what website do we go to even find out how much money we could potentially be having?
Right, so each of the UK countries has its own specific website. Okay. So Student Finance Wales, obviously for students who are living here in Wales before coming to university, and there's an England one, there's a Northern Ireland one, and there's a SAS one, which is the Scottish Student Awards Agency for Scotland.
Great. And for the university ones specifically, so the bursaries in advance and what website?
So all the information about the university. UWTSD's bursaries is on the UWTSD
And we'll have that,
website.
and the website for that's just on the screen now, so if you want to go and visit that. So fantastic advice there, and of course if you're still unsure, all our campuses have a drop-in open day this Saturday. Please come along. If you've got any questions, please make sure you get in contact with us, and the website in which Delith referred to is just on our screen, so please, if you are making an application to us, have a look at those bursaries and make the use of all the money then that was available to you. Iawn. I ni symud ymlaen nawr fydd Joseph gyda ni o registry I siarad am fel I wneud y cais na. So Joseph will be joining us shortly from registry on how to make that application. A wrth gwrs, os oes cwestiynau gyda chi, dewch un diwrnod agored ni. We have an open day on all of our campuses on Saturday, so drop in and ask those questions if you don't want to pick up that phone. But you guys have just said how amazing it is in life here at the University of Wales, Trinity St David. Dyma rai o myfyriwr arall I gweud pa mor arbennig yw'r prifysgol. Here are some of our students saying a little bit more of how special UWTSD really is.
3 lleoliad I ysbrydoli.
Pob llun, pob gair yn rhan o'r stori. 3 lleoliad I lunio cewri.
Lle'r beirdd a'r enwogion.
Y grefft a chwaraeon.
Lle I fyw dy bresennol.
Ac I greu dy dyfodol.
Lle i'r enaid wneud cyfeillion.
Lle I bawb gael creu breuddwydion.
Hello, croeso nôl and welcome back. It's the evening before results and we are here to make sure that you guys have got all the information that you need to make an application or that you feel ready to join us in September. So we were joined just now by Di and Delith, who did give some information to us about finance and the support we offer. Please remember, in addition to everything that Di did cover, we are here to support you with mental health, students' study skills. So if you have been out of university and you haven't written an essay for a while, we will support you and give you the skills to be prepared, ready for your course in September. So joined with me now is, we know now what financial things we need to get in place. What about making an application then, Joseph? If we haven't applied, what do we do?
Right, if you haven't applied, biggest answer to that is it's not too late. As the two girls have mentioned before, it's, you know, whether it's very early on in the season or if you're right at the end and change your mind, it's never too late to apply to us. Easiest way, obviously, to apply to us through Clearing, the web address is on the screen below. You can make an application directly to us, or you can ring us on the Clearing hotline, and that's open from 8 AM till 8 PM, Thursday and Friday. Brilliant. Just come to us, even if you haven't applied yet. Even if you have applied, but like the girls were saying, you need that plan B. Yeah. Still get in touch, speak to us, we can go through your options, we can talk you through it. We're not just here to support you. If you come to us, we're here to support you as best we can across all aspects. And there's several ways people can contact. So this evening, if I'm sat at home and I know I want to make an application, don't really want to wait until the morning, I can do that this evening. Yep, you can do that right now. You can go to the address, the Clearing site on UWTSD, and just click on the Apply Now button and it will take you through to our form. It's a very quick form that you need to fill in, probably take you about 2-3 minutes. We'll capture your data and then obviously we'll give you a call back when we open in the morning. Now the first couple of hours are a bit busy, so it might take us maybe an hour to get back to you, but we will get back to you as soon as we can. And also just hold tight and we'll get in touch. Brilliant. And there are several ways which you can contact us this evening and tomorrow. This evening, as Joseph said, make the application. You don't need to wait until tomorrow. We're on web chat. And if you've got any questions, you can, of course, just write them down on this live feed and we will get back to you live this evening or tomorrow, 8 till 8, Friday, 8 till 8. Yep. And a drop-in open day across all our campuses. So we'll be there to make sure that you've got all the information you require. So if we've made an application, and we haven't heard anything, how long before you'll get back to us, roughly? We'll look into it now. If you have made your application to us and you have received your results and you can see you've passed your conditions, but looking on UCAS or looking on MyTSD, you can't see that we've accepted it yet, don't panic, just get in touch with us. Sometimes there's some delays in the data coming to us and getting your exam results. But if you can see that you've passed what we've asked you to, then I would say be confident that you've got your place with us. Just get in touch with us and we'll obviously make sure that's confirmed with us then. And a big piece of advice, along with Dell is saying about getting prepared, it's not just your academic conditions we need, but anything else attached to the course. So if you're doing a teaching course, for example, make sure you've got your DBS application in place, make sure you've started that, make sure that you've got everything you need ready so that when you come in September, you're ready to go and ready to get on with the course.
Brilliant. So any queries, any questions, just get in touch, really.
Yeah.
It's quite
Yeah,
simple,
just give us a
and
ring.
one of us will help you. I'm also joined by Becky from the Students' Union, but before we speak to Becky, here's a quick video of what the Students' Union has to offer to our students.
Hello and welcome to university. We're your Students' Union and we represent all of you studying at UWTSD. We'll be with you for your time at university, making it fun and helping you out if times get tough. We'll talk to you, stand up for you and empower you. We're a charity led by student-elected representatives. We work with the university, but we're separate from them, and this independence means that we have your best interests at heart. Our student representation system allows us to listen to you and make changes on the things that matter to you. Our elected leaders will help to make sure that the university rules are fair and easy to understand. Throughout the year, you'll see us running campaigns on issues that affect you, from exam stress, housing, mental health, and much, much more, and we encourage you to get involved and share your ideas. We're also here if you need independent advice, making sure that you can find appropriate support as quickly as possible. We have a dedicated team who will deal with any academic issue that you may have. And beyond the lectures, your Students' Union gives you space to develop as a person, make friends, join or start a club or society, and take part in volunteering projects. Then there are our events, from unforgettable nights out to experiences that you will treasure forever. To find out more about us, visit our website or social media.
Helo a croeso nôl, a nawr, dyn ni'n mynd i siarad â Becky o'r Undeb y Myfyrwyr. So now we're going to speak to Becky from the Students' Union. Now guys, you're the students, chi'r myfyrwyr. Beth yw'ch cwestiynau chi, Becky? What are your questions to Becky?
Okay, so we've touched on the financial and more serious side of things. Ni wedi cael blas ar yr pethau mwy difrifol o ran cyllid a pethau. And now we want to move on to like the social side of it, and if people are excited and want to know more about how life at the university is, fi'n siŵr gallech chi caniatau bach o wybodaeth i ni, give us an insight into what the Student Union offers socially for
Absolutely.
students.
Well, the Students' Union obviously is most famous for its clubs and its societies, so that is the way that a lot of our students get involved. You know, we have teams that are in bucks, which play against other universities. We have the more chill societies, so we have things like dog walking societies, tea societies, hockey, basketball, choir. You know, we've got a whole range of ways for students to be able to get involved with us, you know, socially, get them out of their rooms and kind of make new friends, because that's one of the hardest things at university is getting to meet those new people and trying to find people that have the same interests as you. So by having a really wide range of societies, it's a really good way for students to kind of come out of their shells a little bit in the first few weeks.
And like you've touched on there, not everything will be nights out or parties. Lots of those things are dog walking, games night, and it's a good way as well, isn't it, to combine the students that live at home and the students who live in. Yeah. So mae'n dda, mae'r coleg yn caniatau digon o gyfleoedd i fyfyrwyr I plethu da'i gilydd. So. Yeah. Nice, great.
Yeah, okay. You have mentioned a couple of the societies, but if you could mention a bit more maybe what the range we have got and what are the benefits they offer for each student then?
Absolutely. So Lampeter is most famous for its classics and its archaeology and its historical side of the degrees. So they have a lot of LARPing and they have a lot of like medieval societies, so people that like medieval reenactments. That's something that Lampeter are really good at. Swansea is a lot of sports societies. That is their basketball, netball, football. Obviously there are others as well. So the Dog Walking Society, as we touched on, is based in Swansea, which works with Canlyniadau, which is a really nice dog charity in Swansea. So students go there and they volunteer. In Carmarthen, the Teacher Society, you guys as QTS teachers would know about the Teacher Society. Again, you touched on the Welsh Society, which is really nice. So that brings a lot of the Welsh language students together to be able to teach English medium people like me a little bit of Welsh and just kind of integrate with the Welsh culture. So Siamai Day, Dydd Santes Dwynwen, so the Welsh Valentine's Day is something that Welsh Society love to do. But yeah, there's a huge range that we have. It's over 90 societies across our 3 main campuses, hoping to spread further to our satellite campuses as well.
So it's good to note as students to be then that it's important to see different universities have different types of societies, like you mentioned there. So maybe if you don't get into the ideal one you thought for you, maybe there's another one that suits your interests and personalities for the society side of it as well. Great. So how would you go about getting more involved in those societies? And if somebody wants to come to the university, where do they start? How do they know what societies there are to offer?
Absolutely. There's a few ways. So we will send you something in the post if you're confirmed and saying that you're definitely a student with us. We'll send you a little something in the post that has a little bit of information on who we are, what we do, who I am, who our other sabbatical officers are across our campuses. Our website, www.tsdsu.co.uk. So you can go on there, you can, once you're registered and you have your student number, you can sign up on there, and then there's a big list under activities, and you can have a look at all the list, sign up there, use your email address, sign up there. We also have our welcome fairs. So within the first week of your induction, when you move in, we have a welcome fair that lots of stores and all the societies kind of get together and, you know, entice students in of like how to join societies. And it's quite simply a case of normally a QR code, scan a QR code, and you're in, which is, you know, it's super simple. Or just go along to a meetup. You can find them on Facebook, go to a training session. It's really, really open. There's no real barriers in place for students to be able to get involved, because we know a lot of students do have a lot of barriers. They have a lot of childcare and things, you know, travelling to and from, a lot of like assignments quite early on. So we try to make it as open as humanly possible, so as many kind of options and opportunities to be able to get involved as we can offer.
So they could visit the Facebook pages and join them now if they were to want to have a taste of what it offers.
TSDSU football maybe, and then that will come up with a list of new societies, and just, you know, join in through that way and kind of get to meet your committee members before you've even arrived.
And that website's there now, so if you guys want to go and have a look and explore and join in on all the societies before you even start, it should be brilliant. Well, we're coming to a close now, so thank you so much. Diolch yn fawr I chi gyd am ymuno gyda ni. Thank you for joining us tonight. We will be back tomorrow morning with some academics, some advice on some of the courses that we offer here. Pa cyrsiau sy'n gael yma yn y brifysgol os ydych chi ddim wedi penderfynu pa cwrs sy'n gael. So of course this evening, if you want to make that application, the website is now there online for you to see, and we will be on the phone calls and the phone lines from 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. Please rwch galwad ni a fyddwn ni yma i'ch helpu chi trwy gydol y 2 diwrnod nesaf, a wrth gwrs gobeithio eich amser chi yma yn y brifysgol. So we'll be here to support you this evening, tomorrow, and hopefully throughout your university life. So noswaith da, pob luck, good luck, and we will see you tomorrow, and it'll all be fine. We pop thyn iawn, so pob luck i chi. Noswaith da.